termed as calcitriol. There is a layout which is discussed in the slides. The initial form of vitamin D3 is 7-dehydrocholesterol, which is present in the skin, and aldosterol, which I already told you, present in the plant. So UV lights can convert both these forms into calcitriol and argocalciferol respectively. Is it clear? And calcitriol, argocalciferol. These are the two forms can be taken from food. So if we are taking food, we will directly consume this second step form, which is a preliminary active form as compared to 7-dehydro and aldosterol. Is it clear? So the pool of vitamin D2 and D3 once enter in the blood, it is still inactive. It is still inactive. So there are two organs in the human body which are involved in the conversion of inactive D vitamin into active form of vitamin D. One is liver and second one is kidney. Second one is kidney. So the two types of metabolism take place in the body. One is hepatic metabolism and second one is the renal metabolism. In the second slide in my presentation, I have shown the chemical structure, that how it is modified from inactive to active form. Now come to the complete formation of active form, that is calcitriol. Calcitriol is 3 hydroxyls are attached. First, vitamin D bind with the vitamin D binding protein DBP. About 85 to 88% it is transported with binding DBP, while 12 to 15% it is transported by binding with alcohol. So the major portion is transported with the help of DBP. Major portion of vitamin D is transported with the help of DBP. I say that the major portion of vitamin D will bind with or transported with the help of DBP, while the minimum portion, no need to memorize the percentage, but the minimum portion can also be transported with the help of albumin, another transport protein. Okay? Up to now, I think everything is clear to all of you. Any problem? No? Okay. So once it is transported, where it will go first? It will go first with the help of these protein into the hepatic area or liver, and undergoes this vitamin D form will undergoes into hydroxylation at 25th position to synthesize our 25 hydroxy vitamin D3. Just write in the simple form that 25-OH-D2. It is the short form, which can also be known as calcitriol. Calcitriol. So what is the phenomenon? Hydroxylation, and the enzyme which is involved and present in the liver is 25 hydroxylase. 25 hydroxylase. Along with this enzyme which is involved in the conversion of provitamin D3, that is called calciferol, into 25 hydroxy calcitriol, yes, along with the enzyme, there are certain cofactors required. All of you know that the cofactors are those which are facilitating the reaction or they are accelerating the rate of reaction. So those cofactors are magnesium, NADPH, molecular oxygen, and cytochrome P450 enzyme system. Cytochrome P450 enzyme system. Now calcitriol, again in inactive form. Again an inactive form. It is the major storage form of vitamin D in the liver. And it is found in excellent amount in circulation too. And due to its amount in the circulation will exert a feedback inhibition on the enzyme 25 hydroxylase to minimize further conversion or to control the excessive synthesis of vitamin D. Is this clear to all of you? Concentration of calcitriol, it is sufficiently present in the liver as well as in circulation. So that will help to minimize and control. I will not use to minimize, I will use the term control the synthesis of vitamin D. As the body requires, it will be generated or it will be produced, it will be converted into active form. When body is containing sufficient and produce sufficient amount, then it is blocked with the help of the concentration of 25 hydroxy vitamin D or calcitriol. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. Now come to the second organ where further activation will take place, which we already said that it is the renal area or kidney area. So in the renal part or portion, production of another compound which is known as the active form, and it is 125 hydroxy D3. 125 hydroxy D3, which is termed as the active form calcitriol. Now why this vitamin needs to be go into the kidney? Because the enzyme is available which is acting on calcitriol only in the kidney, and that enzyme is 1-alpha hydroxylase. Again the process is same hydroxylation with the calcitriol, and this hydroxylation will put one more hydroxyl group in the chemical moiety of vitamin D or calcitriol, and the enzyme 1-alpha hydroxylase, it is present in the proximal convoluted tubules of the kidney. Now we will discuss the last topic for today's lecture, that is regulation of calcitriol. ठीक है, इसको हम लोग यहाँ पर करके क्या टाइम क्या हो गया? 5 मिनट में अभी. Okay. What are those factors which are regulating? As I say that it is also a hormone, it's not a type of hormone. Okay? A unique type of vitamin which is considered as a hormone. So it must be regulated inside the body. Its production, its levels are regulated. We have to go through the concentration of calcium in the blood to check the requirement of vitamin D accordingly. So if you are sufficiently in contact with the sunlight, there is no need to take supplemental form of vitamin. Okay? And if we have cholesterol enough amount in our body, we encounter UV radiation, there is no need to take supplement. But how this internal vitamin can be regulated in the body? There must be certain feedback inhibition which we have just discussed that the hydroxylase enzyme, one of the enzyme, and alpha hydroxylase enzyme, which is in the kidney, that will be providing a feedback inhibition and feedback stimulation to control. Along with that, there are certain hormones in the blood or in the body which are controlling synthesis of active form of vitamin D3. If the body is sufficiently containing D3 active form, that is calcitriol, so ultimately the remaining vitamin D inactive will be converted into least active form, that is 24-25 hydroxy vitamin D3. 24-25 hydroxy vitamin D3. And this is a dihydroxy vitamin D3. It is not potent like calcitriol. It is not potent like calcitriol, but it is supposed to be the storage form of vitamin D. It is supposed to be the storage form that whenever body required, the kidney will immediately convert it into 125 dihydroxy calcitriol, so that can fulfill the requirement of body. So come to the regulation of calcitriol synthesis. Its synthesis is majorly controlled by its own concentration in the blood. By the feedback inhibition of 1-alpha hydroxylase, the concentration or conversion can be minimized, while it is stimulated by, means synthesis of calcitriol is stimulated by parathyroid hormone, estrogen, prolactin, progesterone, growth hormone, and other placental hormone synthesis. Whenever body needs, the synthesis is stimulated by, one is the low level of calcium. If body is having low level of calcium, definitely this is a stimulus, and that stimulant will also release parathyroid hormone, which are regulating absorption and involved in the absorption of calcium as well as phosphate. Along with that, estrogen, progesterone, prolactin, they are also the stimulating hormones. Serum phosphate level, this is the second stimulator which regulates calcitriol concentration. Hypocalcemia, which I just told you, that when there is low calcium level in the blood, it leads to markedly increase 1-alpha hydroxylase activity directly. Hypocalcemia produces a direct effect on the synthesis of calcitriol, and another indirect effect is by increasing parathyroid hormone. The direct effect of hypocalcemia is to increase the 1-alpha hydroxylase activity and synthesis. This is the main enzyme required for the conversion of inactive form into active form, that is calcidiol into calcitriol. This is the direct phenomena. Indirect phenomena is what? The low calcium level can also initiate the release of parathyroid hormone, which will produce the similar effect. Calcitriol regulates its own concentration. Since the high level of calcitriol produce inhibitory effect on renal enzyme. Okay? And stimulate the formation of, which I discussed in the beginning, it regulates the formation of an preliminary or less active form, that is 24, 25 dihydroxy vitamin D3.